Hello, class, and welcome to the second week of system development. Last week was pretty much the introduction. We talked about what's going to happen in the class, and this week we'll be looking at managing system projects and requirements gathering. And so, like I said, last week we reviewed an introduction to system analysis and design. We focused on the roles, responsibilities, and characteristics of a system analyst. I know that's a position many of us take, when we first get in the IT career field, and many of us go on to senior system analyst or even beyond that. But our goal is to understand how IT project supports the company's strategic plan. And that's what a system analyst does. Part of the responsibilities kind of add value for the business through IT. So this week we'll look at a project manager's role in managing a systems project. And this really regardless what methodology we're using. I know we'll get into that later in the course as far as traditional waterfall and agile, but what role do they play? And so the goal this week is to apply requirements engineering techniques to create system requirements documents, and from that, of course, the developers will develop the new application or the new features within an existing application. So the readings include chapter 3 and 4, which are managing system projects and requirements gathering or requirements engineering. And, again, regardless of the methodology we're going to develop, that we're going to use to develop, we will have to learn how to do requirements and refine requirements and continue on. And so we use different tools. One is a Gantt chart. And so you use MindTap. And I kind of broke it down, just had to visualize, review, and reinforce as you go through it. But you'll use Gantt charts, and you'll look at the a role as manager of software. And then also module 4, you look at requirements engineering, and then a senior business analyst at Optum United Health. And then finally, if you haven't used Lucidchart yet, you can go on to Lucidchart and you can create a trial user ID password, and that way you can use Lucidchart. It's great to create UML diagrams, and it's really makes it much easier than using PowerPoint and some other tools. There's various tools you can use for UML diagrams, as you capture requirements, and even as a developer, these tools, the more tools that you're used to, and then when you go to work at a particular place, or as you're working there now, they'll kind of have this a toolkit that they have that other developers and project managers will be using. Then we'll have a discussion on wireless technology and how has wireless technology and smartphones impacted our system analysts. I know, for example, one of the tools I use is a New Relic and Dynatrace, and both of them integrate into your cell phone or your smartphone, which is really, really nice. And so Dynatrace integrates even into our voice activated devices, and it will alert me at home. It'll alert me on my cell phone. I can go in and do research, looking at what's going on with the system. It's really really amazing that the power of the technology we have. For me, being a little bit older, but I remember in 2003 carrying a two-way pager was a big deal, back before cell phones. And so it's amazing the technology that we all carry in our phones, and how does that impact our our jobs and specifically system analysts. And then the assignment is about requirements gathering. So using requirements gathering techniques to document, review, observe, brainstorm, sample, and research to capture the requirements of a typical elevator control system. And so in the example, we use an elevator control system to capture requirements, and then build a design and build. If you have any questions this week, I look forward to our discussions and assignments. But if you have any questions, send me an email. Like I said, I usually check email pretty much every morning and throughout the day. And the assignments are due today for last week on March 14th. I try to get them graded to you and back to you, within a couple of days. So So I should have those out pretty soon. Pretty straightforward this week. The system development is, I know it's a lot of reading. There's a lot of things to read and a study, but and research, but it's an interesting topic, getting to know the nomenclature and the various tools. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and have a great week.